Hello, good evening and welcome, or good morning in your case, Kieran. How are you, sir?
Very good, Sam. Very good. Beautiful morning here. I've might have overdone it with a jacket. I don't think I need, but you know how scared I am of the cold. I throw things on as soon as it gets a bit cooler. But yeah,
Yeah,
all good, mate.
yeah,
They'll be
excellent.
coming off soon, I reckon, once the sun hits me back.
Yeah, yeah, as you can see, it's night time here at the London Stadium. You know,
Yeah,
um,
you're.
So, how's the week been, mate? What's been happening? Any shark attacks or
No,
crop?
all the surfers are safe, bro. All the surfers, no crocs have been acting up. No, pretty boring in that respect. Yeah.
Ah,
So
good.
yeah, all the
Yeah, that's
tourists are
good.
still safe.
Really, to be fair.
But yeah, nothing special, mate. It's a beautiful
No.
time of year, as I keep telling you. But we have got a massive weather system coming in. It's amazing here. They'll tell you 3 days before. I saw it
Yeah,
this morning. It's coming right across Australia, this weather system of rain. And it's going to hit us Friday and Saturday. So we're in for a massive downpour come Friday, Saturday. I have to mow the lawn tomorrow, or today. I might have to do it this Thursday today. I forgot. I might have to do it today. Tomorrow I'm going to get fucking drenched.
yeah.
So,
Otherwise, you have to walk through it by the end of the
no,
fucking.
it's
Well,
nightmare.
yeah, I mean, it'd be about 8 foot tall.
Mm.
Right, well, let's have a little looky in the chat because I know we've got quite a few comments in there. So let's see who's in there. Serif, good evening, sir.
Sorry.
Evening, Budgie and Kieran. Hope you're both good. Just watched the Europa Conference final, bringing back loads of memories of our final last year. Not a great game. It's in extra time. Well, I just last looked at 113 minutes and it was still 0-0. So it looks like it's probably going to go.
They haven't got Paqueta to slide that ball through to win the game, have they? They ain't got that.
Or Bowen to have the balls big.
Yeah, exactly. It was always going to be shit.
Yeah. Mark Pendleton, good evening, sir. Evening all. If no one scores, can we just keep the trophy?
Actually, I don't. Keep it anyway.
Well, yeah, fuck it, why not? Steve Cox, good evening. Evening, gents. Evening, chatters. This is worse than last season's final. Laugh out there.
Always was going to be.
Yeah, you know that. Mark says, Fiorentina's finishing is so bad they actually don't deserve to win this. And yet they've been playing so well throughout. Evening all, says Michael, please.
Yeah.
Such a poor game. Villa lose.
Yeah, they didn't just lose though, Michael, did they? They bloody got thumped over the 2 legs. Oh, God.
Absolutely. Mark says penalties will be an asterisk on the win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hiya, gents. Hope you're all good. Barry, good evening,
Barry.
Barry Clark. Thank you for joining us, sir. Oh, there's a goal.
Who's
Who's got it? Come on. Good evening, James. Good evening and good morning.
James. Mr. Lamprey down here in Melbourne, isn't he? Yeah.
In Melbourne. Lovely. Good to
Should
see
be chilly enough down there by now.
Yeah. Fiorentina have scored. Oh, no. Fiorentina lose again.
Wow. Olympiacos
scored. Oh, well, fair play to the Greeks. Good to the Greek side, anyway. Looks like Tin's back for Fiorentina's boss then. Well, you never know. They could always have David Moyes. And that's the only time his name's going to get mentioned out of my mouth. Anyway.
Always caressing.
Yeah, Billy Bob, thank you for caressing that like button. Don't forget to do that. Always help the channel and that's us back every week.
That's a big. If they go on to win that, I presume they will now. That's a big thing for Greek football, you know.
Yeah,
very big thing.
They're checking it apparently, according to Mark.
Oh, they're checking.
They've had 10 VAR checks. Michael, thank you for that information. Good evening, Rich.
Good
It is Olympiacos 1-0.
Oh.
Right. 50-50.
I forgot that was on this morning, geezer, because I got up at 5:30. I'm glad I didn't actually watch it now. all that for
Goal's
goal
been
next
given.
time.
Brendan, good evening to you, sir.
Brendan.
Good evening, Cieran, Budgie, and the chatters, of course. It counts. Thank you, Mark. Bedfordshire Hammer, good evening to you, sir. Evening, gentlemen. Hope you're both well. Need a bit of 3-in-1 on something.
You know,
Really? 3-in-1? Mate, I need that on my beard. Oh no, it's just for me. Wasim, good evening to you, sir.
Wasim.
Michael says, Cieran, you need a gardener next season. Pac-Man may be looking for work.
Yeah, he might be, mate.
Yeah. He'd probably be taking bets on how many magpies chase him. That goal decision took nearly as long as Villa. Okay, right. So we haven't got really anything planned to chat about tonight. We're just going to chat about the season in general. We're not going to dig anyone out too much. We're not going to praise anyone too much. You know, we're just going to go through the season. I mean, obviously, let's start with our talisman, if you want to call him that, Lucas Paqueta. Obviously, if he is guilty of these charges, then more fool him for getting involved. But let's look at his footballing season. And to open up the season, I don't know if you're going to agree with me on all this, but at the opening of the season, he was the shining light. He was the one that was going to make things work. He was going to make things gel. And he was going to make things happen. And then towards the Christmas period, that started tailing off. And then after the Christmas period, he then became a bit of a liability, if I'm honest with you. Now, is that because of his potential guilt in these charges, or is that because of the announcement made by David Moyes that he wasn't going to look at signing a new contract until the end of the season? Or was it something else? You know, what do you think, Cieran? You know?
Yeah, well, it's hard to know unless you talk to the man himself, haven't you? But it was very clear and obvious to us. You know, we know he's a talent. He's a top-class talent. It's as simple as that. There's no denying that. But the back half of this season, he was absolutely terrible for a lot of games. You know, we saw flashes, but he's a lot better than that, and we know he was. And he was a bit of a liability in a lot of games, and we were just hoping to see that little bit of magic from him. Whereas the likes to say kudos, push them.
Do you think the investigation may
Who
have been
knows?
weighing heavy on him?
Who knows? I always thought that was just going to go away myself. I was surprised with the charges that they. So look, I don't believe they've revealed all their hand. They must have something to be confident enough to say, yeah, we're charging you. And they might not have shown what they've got yet. And that's my worry. But
the thing is, though, all the sources are still saying that it's circumstantial evidence.
Yeah, I know. That's what worries me. Are they holding something back that, you know, proves it a bit more than we know about? But
there's also been reports that the day that they charged him was the final day that they could have charged him because of the time limit. And I've mentioned that a few times, as you know.
See, I mean, how do you prove if you've only got circumstantial? Who proves what? I mean, surely you'd have to prove it beyond doubt, Budge. It'd have to be beyond doubt, one would think. But this isn't a court of law. This is a fucking
exactly that. And our good friend Keith Knight, the ref, he said, and he's also obviously, as you know, an ex-military metropolitan police officer. He told me the other day on the early doors thing I did on Sunday, he said that it's up to the betting companies to make the initial complaint. They're obliged to make the complaint if there are unusual bets going on.
Well, they did.
And they did. Betway it was. That did it. But he also said that it's up to them, not the FA, as to whether there's criminal charges pressed. It's not up to the FA. The FA can only deal with FA law.
Well, that's right, because they're not a court of law. They can only deal with whether he's...
But they can't even report him to the police.
No, this isn't a police matter. Not this. I don't think it ever will be either. But it's down to whether they think he brought the game into. If he brought the game into disrepute by doing this, then they'll give him a big ban. But I don't. If it's circumstantial, I don't see how they prove it. That's all. You know what I mean? Even if it looks bang on,
they can extend the investigation, and that's exactly what they've done, and that's what Keith said. If that is the cut, Keith's words, more or less word for word, were, if they've charged him on the last day they can charge him, that is so that they can extend the investigation, because he's going to deny the charges. He's going to put an appeal in,
which he has.
Go on for a little while. In the meantime, he can still play. In the meantime, people the likes of Liverpool and Manchester City, who have shown an interest in him, are not going to put a bid in for him. No one is. No one's going to take a risk of buying a player for whatever, 60 million, whatever it is, 50 million. It doesn't matter. No, what it does to West Ham is it ties him up. Now, that could be a good thing or a bad thing. It means he'll have to stay at West Ham, which is good. I'd already resigned to losing him this summer. I expect him to leave, but that last couple of months' performances hasn't helped his the fee that we'd get for him, that's for sure, because he doesn't look like an £85 million player at the moment. But this will stop it happening until this is resolved. It's as simple as that. And in that time, he can do something to rectify the the lack of performances. Who's to say under Lopetegui, this boy, Paqueta, he plays in a better role and plays better in the team, and the system suits him more, and he could bring that money back up, and it just has to be resolved, Budgie. I mean, it's just like Ivan Toney. It went on for God knows how long, years, 18 months or so, and now they can reap the benefit of Toney if they want to sell him. Hopefully it's the same for us, but I do believe I think he'll get off of it, because I'm not sure they've got it. Unless they're holding back with some kind of evidence that we haven't seen, don't know nothing about. And the only evidence that can be is his phone. Now, they have got no right to see his phone. I can't see how they'd get access to his phone. They have. They've got. I don't know if they have, but only if he decides to show it to them. I don't see how they can get it. But anyway, the only way they can get that is through a court of law. That's what I'm saying, and it's not going that way. So. No. Oh, no. Let's have a little looky in the chat. He's innocent. Fuck it. Batten down the hatches, Cieran. It's coming. Yeah, I think it might hit you, James, before me. Yeah, yes, Richo. Whether that, Richo, Rich, whatever. Company and Bayern Munich, crazy. Yeah, that's an interesting one, isn't it? It is, but like I said the other day, his management, his application of management has worked. Burnley were quite an exciting team to come up against. The trouble was he didn't have the players to implement the tactics he liked to play. I tell you what, Budge, what it does. He'll have a top draw. It does highlight sometimes the championship in that. He hit 100 points, I think, in the championship at Burnley.
and absolutely, they flew it. They were brilliant, and obviously got into Premier League and couldn't cut it. Right, it's as simple as that. They don't have the money, don't have the players. Now that doesn't mean he's not a good manager or a good coach. Kieran McKenna now has done it this year, about 97 points, a bit less than Company.
Yeah, and he's signed a 5-year contract with Ipswich.
Exactly, but yet they were chasing him. The big clubs were chasing him. So you take out his relegation season, Company, maybe, it's worth a punt. And if for Bayern, it is a punt. It's a big punt. Yeah, of course. But they might see the best of him, of what he did the year before and what he's trying to achieve with a team. He just doesn't have the players to do it. So, fair play to them. They're taking a big...
He may be the manager that brings the title back to Bayern Munich.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, they've done Tuchel, who won the Champions League, who couldn't even win the
Premier League teams to be looking at him.
So, it's a big risk, but fair play.
Vlasic is going to miss out on Europe. That's a shame. Good evening, WHUFC. How are you, sir? Michael, out of the 40-plus games, he probably had 12 good ones.
Oh.
Paqueta is like the ride sky drop. He's up, he's down. His performance is 1 minute, he's fucking amazing. The next, he can't be asked to play. Yeah, true. Yeah. Michael, Case must be affected, but must affected his mental health. Undoubtedly, mate. Undoubtedly, it would affect anybody. Can't see how Pep would want Pac. He doesn't seem a good fit. But that's another good point. When he was the Pac-Man, he would have fitted in any side in the Premier League. Any side. As he's playing right now, you're right. I can't say. I couldn't even see him fitting in somewhere like Arsenal or, Liverpool right now. I think we're about his level at the moment. Leslie Barden, good evening to you.
Leslie. Yeah, I think with Paqueta, mate, he's got it there. He's a class player, mate. And so I think a top manager would disregard how bad he's been in a few months. They know that they bring him back to his best and what he can do. So, does he fit in Man City? I'm not sure.
It still don't stop the discount voucher being valid, though, does it?
No.
Do you know what I mean by that? It's like
no.
Exactly. Well, like Barry's also made a good point here. If Paqueta was guilty and they had enough evidence to get him into court, they would have done so already. Olympiacos Euro Conference winners. Good for them. Good for them. Congratulations to them from last year's winners. It's kangaroo court. He can be found guilty by them saying we think you did it.
That's what worries me, Michael. Is that enough? We think you did it, so you're guilty. And I'm a bit worried that might be the case. You know what I mean? We think we've got enough evidence to make you guilty without any proof. So that could happen.
He'll appeal it. Thanks, Billy Bob. Yep, it's all over. 1-0. 3-1s and oil. Oh, yeah, God, yeah.
The old 3-1. Forgot about that. You used to sharpen my chisels with that membership.
Holt's 3-1, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. On the old oil stone. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. I used to use it on my oil stone, sharpening my
every good chippy, every good plumber, and like electricians all had a drop of that in their bags.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I was a good chippy, but I was meant to be. I wasn't a good apprentice. I know that much. Fucking nightmare.
I never did any apprenticeships or anything like that. Not for any of them.
I done 4 years, guys. I was going to East Ham Tech, opposite the town hall there. I went there for 3.5 years of doing college. 2 nights a week and 1 day, goes up. 2 nights a week and 1 day.
Once I left school, I didn't want to go back to any fucking schooling institution. Not a chance.
No, I didn't mind college, mate. It gave me 1 day.
I did end up getting like all of me sitting guilds in the tyre trade. So
Yeah,
I
I've got my
was
sitting guilds.
fully qualified to fit tyres up to, not including, but up to aviation tyres.
Did you buy that sitting guild, so guys? Did you buy it down the pub or something?
No, I did not. No, I didn't. I fucking earned it in a classroom and in a workshop.
See, my sitting guilds is worth more than yours because I went to fucking college for 3.5 years.
Well,
Simple as
yeah,
that.
true. Yeah, but I grafted for 3 years, you know, to get it. I worked doing it, you know.
Yeah, I know. Look,
I'm
guys, I'll tell you what,
qualified to
mate.
cut tyre treads and everything, mate.
It was great on for at least 2 years of it. It was a Monday, my college day, right? And it was Monday night, so I had to go there all day. So Sunday night I could get on the bender and then go to college because it was here, a 20-minute walk for me from where my house was to East Ham Tech. And then, but I had to go back in the night. But the headache one was the Wednesday night, go to work wherever it was in London we were working, come home, you know, middle of winter, freezing cold, and then have to get to East Ham Town or fucking hell. That was hard work, Dave.
Yeah.
That was hard. Anyway.
Barry says they acted quick with Ivan Toney though. And this they're hanging it out. If they had the evidence, they would ban him. Well, the thing is, Ivan Toney put his hands up and said, guilty, Your Honour. Yeah,
but the difference there, Barry, you say they acted quick. They didn't actually. That went on for about 18 months, the investigation, before they charged him. Then he put his hands up. But they were a long, long time looking at him before they charged him. And so it weren't that quick. I know it seems it because we didn't even know it was going on for all that time. But apparently, it was going on for about 18 months, the investigation.
Good evening, Paul. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Paul.
He handed his phone and laptop to the FA.
Did he, Mike? Well, if that's good, because if he's done that, he knows he got fuck all on it. You'd never hand it over, would you?
Yeah, that's exactly it. You know. The only comeback they could have is, well, we think you gave them verbal instructions.
Of course. And maybe
the only thing he's got to say is, well, if that's what you think, that's what you have to prove. You have to prove it.
Anyway,
will Company take Cullen with him?
Of course he will. I know. They may do if Bayern sanction it.
Yeah,
he's been a good player for him. Cullen, been very good for him.
If they have their own rules for investigating, wanting to see Paqueta's phone, then in theory you could ban him for not cooperating. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's another part of it. Yeah.
Question. Do you think Paqueta will be available for the Betway Cup pre-season? The return.
We normally lose that.
Yeah, but we haven't got an opponent for it yet, unfortunately. And talk of the devil, and he shall appear.
Yeah,
good evening. How are you, sir? Thank you for joining us. You were mentioned earlier, but all in good taste.
Yeah.
We were just saying about how you were viewing.
Yeah, you're making it up.
You were telling us the legalities of
making up stories, Keith. You don't know what he's talking about.
Civil court only needs 51%.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God, she says. Sorry. Hello, Happy. Thank you for joining us, darling. Nice to have you in the room. Do you not like Wednesdays? Oh,
yeah. You want to put that kettle on?
All right, mate. Fell asleep watching the cup final, I bet. Yeah. It's a tough and long day. Yeah, that's true. She has tough, long days. She never gives up. Always bloody working. Terrible she is. Everyone's saying hello, which is nice. Right. What has she missed? Not a lot. We've been talking about the Paqueta thing. That's about it, really.
No.
There's been no shark attack, no crocodile attacks. The magpies seem to be behaving themselves. and Kieran's got a massive storm heading towards the whole of Australia, and he's going to be under about 93 foot of snow, water.
Yeah, we're going to be flooded next. Come Sunday, flooded.
Yeah. He's going to be able to swim directly from his house, directly to British shores. How's that? Without touching land. Right.
Straight in.
Keith and Keith. In my opinion, very big risk Bayern Munich employing company. Oh, yeah,
absolutely, sir. It's a massive risk.
Yeah. I don't think he's got the experience to manage these top players. Well, maybe not the experience, but he's certainly got the right aptitude for it, and he's certainly got the right attitude for it. I don't have a problem with him going there. I think he's going to do well. I wish him well, that's for certain. You know, there's no reason why he shouldn't do well. It could easily be another Graham Potter to Chelsea scenario, I grant you, but I really don't think it will. I think company will be a much better manager with a much better squad around him.
I've got a theory though, Budge.
Yeah, go on, mate.
I've got a theory, right? Company goes to Bayern.
Yep.
He wins back the Bundesliga, wins the title for him, wins the cup, and gets to the final of the Champions League. Yep. Win or lose, never know with that final, right? Yep. And then Pep Guardiola, at the end of the season, leaves Man City, and Man City jump in and grab company.
Well, I got a funny feeling that's one of the reasons why he's taken this job, because he knows that Pep will want to leave.
He'd want to perform though, wouldn't he? That's what I'm saying. This is his chance, and I know Pep's.
He's got no better chance to get the credentials. You know,
the shocking part is that Bayern are actually taking the gamble. That's the shocking part, but maybe they think it's a good gamble. But let's put it this way: they had Tuchel in for last season, right? And he lost them the league for the first time in 11 years. Exactly. And he weren't a gamble, was he? He weren't a gamble, really.
Well, no, but the thing is, also on the same coin, but I suppose you would flip it. I would not want Tuchel anywhere near West Ham United.
No, I'm not talking about us, but he is regarded as top manager, won the Champions League with Chelsea and all that. So they would have thought they'd just go and win the Bundesliga again with him, wouldn't you? And he didn't. So,
Alonso and Leverkusen.
Yeah, well done. Well done, Leverkusen. At least they won their cup final at the weekend, Budge. So they've done the domestic double unbeaten. Well done.
Unbeaten, and so that makes them in the league. That makes them invincibles, yes. Yeah,
completely. Yeah.
So in cup and league, the invincibles any longer. So now well rounded up. Have to give up that mantle because now it's Leverkusen. Excuse me, I've got to have a drink.
Whoa! Fucking hell! No, Maggie. My mate, the magpies just come flying in, guys, and landed right next to me.
Really?
Oh, I can see him. Can you see him? You see him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Maggie. I feed him now and again. He's all right.
Yeah.
All right. Maggie, what are you doing? Nothing for you.
Ain't got much fear of you.
No, he hasn't. No, I walk around the garden, mate. He's walking about a metre from me when I'm in the garden. Yeah. I don't give a shit.
All like that. But that with his head.
I know why, Geezer. The theory about the magpies here, right? These Southern Hemisphere magpies. Yeah. Right? The scientists have worked this out. Don't ask me how. All right, mate. He's looking at me now. They reckon they can recognise up to 50 faces. Right?
Really?
Human faces. So I always say hello to him in the mornings, right? Or her. Yeah. And he doesn't. You know, he walks around me and that does not bother one little bit. Because when it comes to mating season, You want to be mates with them because that's when they attack, isn't it? When you get anywhere
of
near
course,
the nest. Some great YouTube videos about that happening in Australia. So he's
I
always.
remember you telling me it was happening outside your house, wasn't it? On the sidewalk or something? On the pavement.
Yeah, it's funny to watch, mate. When they attack the postman comes on his little motorbike, right, his little moped, and they just start dive bombing them. It's funny as fuck. But yeah, what are you doing? What's the matter?
Go and get a couple of biscuits and feed him. Look.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing for him. I could give him a biscuit, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see if we take it.
Here we go. Look, nature watch.
He's gone. He saw me get up and then jumped off to the tree.
Oh, right. He might come back. You never know.
Right, hang on. Give him a biscuit.
Yeah, stick a biscuit up there, look. It could take 2 years, even if found guilty with appeals, etc. Exactly that, Michael. It really can. Baz, I hope your pops as well. Oh, yeah, that's a good point, Barry. I keep forgetting because I do check the group. Yeah, I hope your dad's doing well, mate. Send regards to him from the old school hammers, myself and Cieran. Barry's dad's not been well, mate. Barry.
That's right, yeah. I hope he's better.
Yeah. Bedfordshire Abba. After last week's chat, I thought this was.
Yeah.
We'll get on to the music in a minute. We ain't even been going an hour yet, so we got to give you at least an hour of our undivided football attention, like we have been. You know, magpies and crocodiles and whatever else. Our Bond boy is leaving, Cieran.
Yeah, he is, Damien. Yeah, he's gone, mate. Hey. Yeah.
Damien, good evening, mate. I haven't read your name out already, so good evening to you, sir. I see. So he went to St. Bonaventure's, did he?
Yeah. Yeah, he went to Bonds. To Barnabana. Like a lot.
Olympiacos manager was sacked by Sevilla. Yeah.
That's one hell of a feat to win that, you know, for Olympiacos. My God.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah. Did you hear there were discrepancies with the salary offered to Bruno? No, I haven't heard that. But there's always bound to be talk of something. Took him some grapes and biscuits up. So he's at the hospital still. Oh, I hope things improve soon, mate. And obviously everyone at the channel do as well. Brazilian journal terms not agreed. Okay. FA inquiry and hearing is not a court, civil or otherwise. Thank you, Keith. And this is what I was saying about you earlier, just in case your ears were burning, was that you can give us the actual legal.
Well, it's a committee. It's just the FA committee deciding whether he's guilty or not. They want to be fucking right, because if they're not right, he's within his rights to take them to court. It's as simple as that. If they ban him and he doesn't believe he's done anything wrong, it'll be his turn to take them to court.
Usual. Good evening to you, sir. Mark, could just be bollocks, though. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We don't know, and that's why we won't really get into them rumours and stories, because we don't know what's going on. To be quite frank, until they've got the shirt on or the pen to paper, I don't give a shit. Cieran can swim with the sharks in the yard. There you go.
What, when I'm 4 foot underwater? Yeah.
Be looking at them out of your window. Can't wait for next season. Go down to Ipswich to see our team smash them, and not far from me.
Not far from you, but yeah, that way.
Nice. Yeah. Ipswich is always a good day out. I always thought. You know, it was kind of like home from home kind of thing for me. You know, they all sort of a lot of people there still have the East Endy sort of sound of accent. The weather is incoming. Incoming is what you call karma.
Yeah, it's all right. It's not often. I think we could handle.
We're getting a bit of sunshine. You're going to start getting all the rain. Reversal of roles, mate. Hence why I'm wearing the vest top. Ipswich is going to be a great old ground to go to. Yep, indeed. I just hope I can get a ticket to it, actually. That's something I would like to do, get a ticket for that one. So I actually like going to Portman Road. Zuma can leave on a free. What do you think? Yeah. Well,
no.
He's allowed to go. They're allowing him to leave.
I want money back on him, Gazer. What was that?
Yeah, nice, wasn't it?
No, I want money back on him, mate. Cost us 25 million. I want 20 million back.
You're never going to get that.
15 then.
Cut him up and sell him for parts, and you get fucked.
I guarantee you, Zuma will be with us next year. So.
Yeah. Usual says he backed Olympiacos over 90 minutes. Yeah, tough one that, mate. Can't imagine terms with Bruno would be an issue. He's probably quadrupling his wages, says Mark. More than likely.
Hey, Maggie.
Are you going to be going the away games at Ipswich? Happy. Gary J's in the house. Good evening, Gary.
Hey, Gary.
Pep leaving City due to their case is going to be done at the end of next season. He knows they are guilty. Yeah, it's about right as well. He is. He knows it. Kieran, did you find that Winehouse song music video?
I didn't, mate.
Fuck me pumps.
You did put it up there last week, didn't you? No. But I will. I'm going to have to write it down because I forget things. 58. I will. I'll have a look. Fuck me pumps. It's on YouTube.
I'm going to have a look for it on YouTube right now as it happens.
Yeah, I will get back to that. 58. Right now it's 39 minutes yet. I'll have a look. No, I've been busy this week doing bits and pieces, so that went straight out of my head, as it does.
As things tend to do. I found it on YouTube anyway. So what I'll do is I'll keep that on there, and I'll send you the link, and you can have a look.
I'll find it. I just got to remember.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll send you the link. You ain't gonna have to remember then, are you? Arthur, good evening to you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Rob, good evening to you. Do you think company is already stuck in his ways? I don't believe he is, mate. And with the kind of players he's going to have around him, he's going to have to be flexible with his tactics. He's going to have to be.
Yeah, I think they'd be right.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, well, what was Barry saying? Oh, going to be going to the away games at Ipswich, and she says yes, definitely. Why won't that click? There we go. Bloody Newcastle fans get everywhere. Why? What are you saying that for? Oh, our trophy's coming out, says Mark.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that. I think of all the European trophies, that looks the best. They've done a good job on that trophy, didn't they? A good design.
Similar to the Europa League one, just not as big and a little bit more detailed. I like the detail. Oh, sorry. Neil Fitzpatrick. Good evening, Neil.
Shane,
Tuchel struck me as a negative type of manager. Going for company is the polar opposite. Exactly,
yeah,
mate. That is a really
different.
good point. Very good point. Imagine him having a relegation on his CV. Yeah. Magpies. Oh, of course. Newcastle fans, you got Magpies. Southern Hemisphere Magpies.
Yeah, they're very intelligent.
There's actually a
They're
team
very
in
smart.
Australia called Newcastle, isn't there?
Of course.
I think
They're
it's either
they're a
Newcastle.
smart bird, man.
It's either,
I like the Magpies. Yeah. They're right.
Yeah. I'm saying there's actually a football team called Newcastle in Australia.
Yeah, there is, mate, in New South Wales. Yeah, on the east coast. Just, I don't know. From me, about 7 hour drive.
Do they wear black and white stripes?
They do. They're in black and white. Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's stripes, but I'm pretty sure they're in black and white.
There you go. Magpies have got the IQ of a 7-year-old human.
Very smart bird, man. Very smart.
Yeah. God, I can remember my kids at 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, too smart for their own good.
Oh, it's Barry over the top there, mate. Wouldn't go that far.
Like, Barry, I can honestly say that he is amazing. Don't take no notice of that old bastard over there. He's
Sure
a miserable old git. But listen, she's an amazing girl. I meet her at every home game I go to, and we've met other than games as well. Evening, Luke. Good evening to you, sir. All these Premier League jobs up for grabs, and no mention of noise. Funny that. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, according to Talk Sport, he should be good enough for all of them. Apparently.
Oh, of course, we should have been careful of what we wished for, etc.
Yeah.
He ain't getting himself. Well, Talk Sport have offered him a job, haven't they? As a technical.
Well, silly, but until last week, guys, that was when we talked about the final, Man City, Man United. And I say about all finals, anything can happen in a final. They did pull off a shock there, didn't they, Man U? And it might have saved Ten Hag's ass. I still think he would have got sacked anyway, but he might have saved his ass there. And I couldn't watch all the game because, as you know, I haven't got the stream in for the FA Cup now. And I see that YouTube highlights. But according to everyone, that Man United thoroughly deserved it. So,
oh mate, like according to, because I didn't watch it either. It was on, but I was playing darts, etc. And according to all the lads in the pub that watched it, it was a good game.
Yeah, I heard that.
Man United thoroughly deserved to win it. Man City kind of only just turned up. That's how I read it. That's how I read it.
That's what I heard, yeah.
Usual says that company speaks fluent German, so that helps.
Yeah, you go. Don't think it helps with Kane, but...
Yeah. See, there you go. Happy says, perhaps all the other teams are being careful what they wish for.
Yeah.
What about this Bruno bloke rejects West Ham contract? Now, I haven't heard that, Robert.
Robert.
By the way, all the way from Thailand. Haven't heard that part of the story at this moment in time, mate. So that's either a new development or it's bullshit.
Oh, well, it'd be so West Ham, wouldn't it? We got it done. So, now we have.
Yeah, and we're not really talking too much about the transfer rumours until he signs the dotted line and wears the shirt. We're not.
Let's see that photo.
Yeah. That's all good, Barry. It's all good. Just keep your dad well and happy, mate. That's all that matters. What? I'm sure that's supposed to be happy. A few of the lads with me, yeah. Yeah, she will. I'll be with her. I'm her bodyguard, see, I'm always overlooking everything she does. Anyway,
Well, funny feeling at the age
Never.
doesn't need.
she's never short on friends. Good evening, Lynn. Thank you for joining
G'day,
us.
Lynn.
It makes our day when you come into the chat as well, Lynn, because
Yeah.
you're always so kind and gracious towards us. Someone's nicked me sleeves.
Yeah.
No, this is an official training top. In fact, I could even show you a pic. No, I'm not going to, because it's number 41. So no, I'm not going to show you somebody wearing it. Fiorentina have another go next year. Third time lucky, they say. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Lost again.
Yeah. Keith, yes, it's a commission. Set up like a magistrate's court, but it's an internal work hearing. No criminal charges as yet, and probably won't be, says Keith.
No.
Yeah. And this is what similarly worded to how you put it the other day as well, Keith. And that was what I was trying to say earlier, Kieran, was that, that there haven't been. And it's the betting company that have to press the charges
Yeah, they were.
in a criminal case, not
I think he could get done, I say, whatever they want to call it, bringing the game into disrepute. If the Betway wanted to go at people, they'd be going at the people that made the bets. Not so much him, because he hasn't made a bet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He just might have manipulated it. That's the question, isn't it? Did he manipulate? But I just think it's so hard to prove unless you've got, written evidence that he told them to have a bet. I just can't see how they can do him for it. But
physical evidence over written.
Unless you see everything they've got going, it's hard to have an opinion, really, isn't it? We just don't
know. So that Bruno didn't play for Flamingos last night.
Yeah.
It's the medical to do, he thinks. Be nice. And until the 11th of June, he's on IV antibiotics. Okay, cool. Well, he's in the best place he can be, Barry.
Yeah, indeed.
Usual. Good evening. Well, he said good evening to him a few times, actually. Been sunny here in Brum. And all my cats have disappeared on the prowl. Excellent. So you'll have about 3 or 4 bloody mice running around the house later. That'd be nice for you, Keith. Get the air rifle out. Sell Zuma to the Arabs. I don't even think they would want him. I've got to be honest.
I'd say don't be too sure, mate. We're getting 15 million minimum for him if we sell him. I'm not sure we're selling him, guys. I think we're going to have him for next year. No problem. I think he's staying, then. Do I think we need to upgrade yet? Well, I think we'll keep him.
Yeah. So apparently Bruno is only just capped by Brazil at 28. Bit nervous. Sounds like work permit. Cap.
Yeah, I thought that, Luke.
Yeah. Is Fotheringham HG? What HG? Homegrown. Yeah, I believe he is. That would be the only single reason for us getting him in on a free. Yeah, no, I can't see us getting him in, to be honest. Zuma on a free is ridiculous.
Yeah, can't.
Jaden, good evening to you, sir. Heard the
No, Jaden. Yes. So this is Jaden. This is the run around. We're going to get all these signings with he's agreed, he's coming, it's done. Oh, it's not done. This will go on for all the other bloody signings.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't take too much notice of it till it's done, because it's the same old stuff, isn't it?
Happy, you're probably correct there. Zuma must have known as soon as the new coach came in, these days were numbered. Yeah.
But are they?
Yeah. Well, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, Gary. Yes, gave everything. Because Kieran's being invaded by magpies. Yes, of course. Yeah,
They have been this morning. They're going bonkers around here.
like company, but it would be funny if he just fails to win. Fuck all, just for a cane. Yeah, I'll see. Oh, it'd be nice if he sold him, wouldn't it? Sold him to someone like Olympiacos or whatever. That'd be great. E7 Hammer. Good evening, sir, or madam, or conglomerate. Sisters are doing it for themselves. HHR, she says hello. Okay. That's cool. Don't think work permit is an issue. We're no longer in the EU, so not so strict. Okay. Good point, Mark. Good point. WHU Mac. Good evening, Mac. I love Pac-Man, but if he's guilty, then I don't want him in a West Ham shirt.
Yes, it's not a good thing.
The chances are, if he is charged and proven guilty, he'll never wear another shirt again.
Don't know what he'd do. Well, my worry, Mac, is that we lose a lot of money. That's the only concern I've got.
Yeah. Gary J. Yes, respect for his service. He didn't pick himself or the armband this season. Another big money loss, though. Yes, indeed, absolutely.
I think we're all writing him off too quickly, mate. I don't rate Zuma now. I think we should upgrade, but I still think we get a fee for him. I don't see why we don't get 15 million. Even if it's 10, we're getting something for him. We're not letting him go to nothing. Bang on, Rob. Bang on, mate.
Mind you, most Spuds fans have got the IQ of a 7-year-old anyway, haven't they?
I only throw them crumbs as well, huh?
Yeah. Good evening to you, Tony. Thank you.
How you doing?
Early Doors Football TV. He's doing loads of good stuff over there. Big up everyone in the chat. Moyes will go to one of the clubs that came up after a couple of months, especially if the Blues get a point deducted.
Yeah. I heard Leicester could be in trouble with that. Plus, they reckon a lot of their players are out of contract at the end of the season.
They've still got some kind of punishment hanging over them from when they were relegated, haven't they?
From their last time, when they left the Premier League last time, they reckon they overspent, so they could be coming back on them. They could be starting the season with a points deduction. Plus, for all these players that are out of contract.
I'd rather do that, though, wouldn't you, though, Kieran?
What's that, mate?
Wouldn't you rather start the season with a points
deduction? I think you would. You'd rather not. You'd rather not add any of that. But I think you would. You know where you stand, rather than halfway through the season. But, we'll see with them ones. Plus, they're losing their manager as well, aren't they? Maresca. Maresca's going... Where's he going?
I'm not sure.
Forgot.
Not sure.
Chelsea?
Good evening, Stephen. Any relation to our former...
Hey, Stephen. Could be.
Chairman? Yeah. Hopefully, if you are, let us know. Be nice to chat with you. Happy. Oh, hi, Happy. Goodness me. Everybody's just chatting amongst themselves. Lovely, I like it. Good evening, Anthony Herbert. Thank you for joining us, sir. Just came off a show with Tony Early Doors and his twin, Fuzzy, he's great. Neil Fitzpatrick. Similar delusions, yes, Gary. Neil, sorry. People are just chatting. Right, Stephen. I hope so. I hope J-Lo wins us some kind of silverware, so it stops Moyes on TalkSport repeating the same thing, that the only manager to win us a cup.
Yeah, you're right, Stephen. I'd love that to happen. I don't think next year's going to be the season for it. Could be wrong though. He might start brilliantly. But I think we need a steadying season, a rebuild, it's a lot
We
to
can
do.
start it off with the Betway Cup anyway, can't we?
Yeah, we stick that trophy on board. That's good enough for me.
That could be a start, and then listen, I think that Lopetegui has got potential to push us further in the right direction.
I just think he needs time to get his feet under the table, mates, and just see how it works. I don't expect that much out of him next season, but progression. If we see the progression and the signings are good, which between him and Stein, hopefully they will be. That's progress. I'm not expecting him to rip up any trees, but I don't expect us to be down to the bottom 5 either. So
no. Bruno needs more money to cover his upcoming gambling addiction. Good evening, Mark. Thank you for joining us, sir. But it won't be anything like 43 years this time round. No, probably not. Is there an island called Bruno? Right. Have you seen the size of that guy, that Bruno?
Only the photos I've seen on the on the thumbnails that people talk about.
Enormous.
Looks a lump.
He's enormous.
6'3".
Mate,
so yeah.
I'm not being funny or nothing, but he's built like Lennox Lewis in his prime, or in his late 20s. He's built like
he's 28.
Yeah, he's huge. He's absolutely huge. Looks like Bruno's balking at the salary offer. We will not offer more, apparently.
Well, usually, Mark, that's the agents getting involved, asking too much fucking money, as per usual.
Yeah. New group for you, Cieran. Flying Colours.
Flying Colours.
Change the subject.
Flying Colours. Is that a new group? An old group then? Yeah. Doesn't ring a bell.
Flying Colours. I'll have to give that a look up and all at some point.
Because I've been writing to Ren lately. Been watching a catalogue of his stuff. My God, that geezer, he's a fucking genius. The boy on the guitar is amazing. His voice is amazing. He can rap, he can sing, he can do anything. He can beatbox. Have you ever listened to Ren, Budge?
I believe I have.
And the high Ren, when the big one he had, he's only put him on YouTube. But fuck me, High Ren, what a song that is.
Okay. Right, I found a track by Flying Colours called Kayla, Kayla. So I'm going to add that to a queue.
All right. That's another one.
Yeah,
have a little look up too.
Adding them to a queue, and I'll have a look at it later. Right. There you go. Thank you, Lynn. Brilliant. Bruno's bio says he uses his height to win aerial battles. Yes, he does. And he's also quite quick across the ground. Very much like Emerson, he's quick across the ground and he gets in and gets tackles. Even like when he's chasing someone, he gets in and he gets tackles. He rarely gets carded.
As long as he don't own any cats, I think we should be all right.
Yeah. Tell Zuma to Sunderland they've got a black cat as a mascot. Right on cue. Thank you, Keith.
Yeah, that tied in pretty well, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, didn't it? Unless they have solid evidence, any sports lawyer worth his salt will be able to make this go.
I think so. That's the way we got to look at it, mate. He'll be right. Paqueta Island, they're not guilty either. Just trying to work up.
Of all these bets, surely he'll have the money for a top sports lawyer.
If I was a betting man with Paqueta and Alvarez, I'd put a bet on every game that they're going to get booked. Every game. Yeah. You're going to be right at least 10 times a year, aren't you?
You know that, don't you? Maybe 20 if like you put it on both of them. Like, you know, you get 10 opportunities.
Yeah.
Transfer windows hasn't even opened, and we feel closer to signing someone now than we usually do on deadline day. Yeah, that's absolutely true. There is a lot of talk about it. Fotheringham is a salt house client. Don't forget, he'd be third choice and probably won't play.
No.
Yeah. Sully won't like paying top dollar though. Happy. True. My 5-year-old boy got a yellow goalkeeper shirt with Paqueta on the back.
Wow. Did he? Jeez, Barry, that's unusual for kids to have the goalkeeper shirt, isn't it?
Yeah.
God, who got him that, Barry? That yourself?
I've got to get in touch with Craig. He promised me one of his shirts. Yeah. I've got to get hold of him.
No one wants to be the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Not when you're young, anyway.
Well, some kids like to be goalkeepers. You know, when I was about 8, that's what I wanted to do. Weren't until I got kicked in the face. I thought, you know what?
As kids, though, normally they just throw the geezer who's really shit in goal, don't they?
Yeah, well, they did after I decided not to go in goal. I got kicked in the face and I went, I ain't going in goal again.
I ain't having that.
Sheffield United conceded 104 goals in the league, and so the goalkeeper should be right up there down the street.
Yeah, I know. Well, we're in the 70s. We thought we had it bad.
Yeah. Good evening, ex-potential anger. Thank you for joining us, sir. Yeah, I saw him on.
You just have to call him anger. I can't be going this exponential.
Call him Expo.
Anger.
Expo. That's what I'm going to call him. Expo. Rough being a Fiorentina fan today, indeed it is, sir. He's only got to concede 30 less next season than usual. Only fee we will get for Zuma will be for organ donation, says Neil.
Do you know, when you see that, right, Budge, right, on these goals we conceded last year, we're supposedly Moyes' defensive team. And if all these idiots on TalkSport look at that, surely you'd come up with a different opinion. A record amount of goals conceded. Say Emerson, Areola was in, probably second behind Bowen for player of the season, hammer of the year.
Yeah.
What does that tell you about, the defence he'd built and his defensive strategy? He got man of the match many times, Areola, and he still conceded more goals than any other bloody goalkeeper probably West Ham ever had. Yeah, he had a good season. So that should tell you everything you need to know about Moyes, but not on TalkSport. They don't look at that side of things. Very annoying.
Good evening, Sean. Thank you for joining us. Any news on Turkish fullback? No, don't know anything about him, and we don't do.
No, sure.
We don't do rumours on this show, mate. We don't do rumours. But if you know anything about him, I'm happy to read it.
Exactly, mate.
Yeah, nothing's gone wrong yet, and I have all the hope in the world.
Absolutely, mate. Because we can look forward to next season now. This was a problem with the last season just gone. After we won that trophy, when you see what we did in the Premier League last year was absolutely shit, and we were shit. This season, if you review it that way, bud, it's exactly what I expected. I said we'd finish between 8th and 10th. I thought the whole season panned out what I thought it would be. So it made it boring. And I think it was a season lost, where we should have made that change. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to next season now that we have made the change and see what happens.
Fresh news.
And he's right. At this moment in time, there's nothing to worry about. It's all exciting. 6 games in, we might feel differently. Who knows?
6 games in, we might be claiming the title.
What? You wait till we see that when the fixture list comes out, Budgie. Right? We got the first 4 games of Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal.
Yeah. And
And
Chelsea
one
as
other.
well. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Chelsea or Newcastle or something. Freddie Cadiglu.
Oh my God.
I've never
Freddie.
heard of him. Don't care where Moisty goes. Wish him luck for when he doesn't change his old-fashioned mantras. Looking forward to seeing some changes in our players' mindset.
Yeah.
Correct. Absolutely. He belongs on Talksite. He's done it for 4 seasons now. Remember, I'm a winner. It's what I do.
That's what he does.
That's what he does. That Jordan. Let's see if Moyes gets a good job. I doubt it.
I think what Matey said earlier on, though, I think he'll be waiting till one of the teams are in trouble, and he'll be doing an Allardyce, won't he? He'll be jumping in. That's what. I think that's how he gets a job.
For Smith Rowe and Nketiah. No. Wouldn't want Nketiah a foot near the club. Don't like him. Don't rate him. And
do you know? I said it earlier on in the season, Budge. You know when Paqueta was playing well, when he was doing really well, and I said then that I think Kudos is going to be a far better signing than Paqueta.
You did.
I really do. In the future, he's still raw. I think Kudos. He's still raw. Still a lot to prove, but you can see it. He's going to be an absolute star. Probably leave us in year's time, maybe. But the boy's got it. I think he can play for anyone in that top 6.
Yeah. Yes, Michael, I agree with that comment. Look, Bruno,
Dawson,
a very defender. Yes, he
does. Do me, Michael.
He does, but on occasion, he does get forward. Like when there's a free kick, dead ball situation, he does get forward. Very much like Dawson. Very much like a lot of our central defenders do. They do it because they're big. He's 6'4" or something. He's a big lad.
6'3" apparently in the stats I saw. He's up. He's
6'3". Yeah.
That's big enough for a centre half if you can jump.
Right. Put him and Mavropanos in the middle together. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I'm hoping I think Mavropanos got a bit to do, but I think he's been a good buy. I think he might do well next year.
Yeah. 100 million plus those two, maybe. Yeah, Luke. Not on your Nelly. See, everybody's saying no. Everybody. I remember the Flying Pickets. And so
I do, Michael.
They did a version of Caravan of Love, was it? No. Yeah,
I remember them. I can't remember the fucking songs they did. That's my
fault. Oh, yeah. I know they did an Alison Moyet song, I believe it was. And they did it.
Right. Yeah.
They did it a cappella, didn't they?
Yeah, I think you're right. I remember that. Vaguely.
And they may have done Caravan of Love as well. I can't remember now.
Yeah, she was good, wasn't she? Alison Moyet, you mentioned her there, bud. What voice she had.
Oh, lovely. One of the best voices I'd heard around at that time when she came to the ball. Went to see her live in Birmingham, at the Birmingham NEC.
Really?
It was brilliant, mate.
Great voice.
She was actually a support act for Brian Ferry.
Really?
She was very, very good.
Another boy I liked, Brian Ferry, mate. I liked him.
Oh, Brian Ferry? Mate,
yeah.
I loved him. My brother used to dress like him, had the moustache and everything.
Oh, did he? What?
Fucking had the hairstyle, proper what he looked, but
Yeah, he was a classy looking guy. I heard him an interview once. He's very middle class sort of geezer.
Yeah. I mean, he was him and the rest of Roxy Music. They were all university students when they.
See, I got that impression when I heard him speak. Surprised me.
They were all from sort of middle class families that had good money, you know. But he was actually technically very good with music, very good. And he still
Yeah,
is. Actually. I love him. I love Brian Ferry. One of my favourite British acts. Him and Dave Bowie. Love them a lot.
well, that sums him up, doesn't it?
Yeah. And Katia is shite. He's
Could have just said bang average.
No. She doesn't beat around the bush, mate. I can see them coming up with something like that, to be honest.
Look, I'd give them Zuma for the both of them.
Yeah. No. They can keep Nketiah. We don't want him at.
Oh, and I'd stick him on. I'd have him on the bench. Goes, he'd be right. Remember, we got to build a squad here, not just a team. We need some backups.
He ain't a squad player, mate. Not for us. He ain't for us. Personally, I like Smith Rowe, but the other one I don't rate. See,
yeah, he's decent, Smith Rowe. Decent.
I don't think they'll risk Kudus with the Paqueta stuff hanging over us. No, true.
Definitely not. No, he's going nowhere.
He's going nowhere. Mavropanos 6'4", Bruno 6'3", man mountain defence. Exactly. And you got to remember also, Emerson is 6'1". I think Soufal's only about 5'10", 5'11". But
yeah, but he's not there for jumping, mate.
No, he ain't. But you know, we have got 6'3" for a goalkeeper. 6'3", I think.
We got so check, mate.
Yeah, mate, we got quite a large backline, to be fair. If Moyes was still in, he would have made Bruno the striker. Probably. Budgie looks like he's in space. No, that's the London Stadium behind me. Look. And that's all the bubbles going up in the night sky. So, yeah. I mean, I could change it. But I won't. Yeah, usual agrees. In his happy space, Mark. I am. I'm always in my happy space when I'm chatting with him. Got it right again.
Right again.
I'm always in my happy space when I'm chatting with him. You should know that.
You've got to do the opposite, haven't you?
Yeah, you got to do that, haven't you? Budgie's in space. Rah, rah, rah. Chicka, chicka. La, la, la.
Sure is, Epic.
There he is, bringing up our old friend Peach. Well, reminding me of our old friend Peach. Thank you, Epic. I got it. I got him it, lads. My boy's favourite colour, yellow. It was the only shirt he wanted, and he had to have.
All right.
Back. And he asked me for it, and I swear he's one in a million. Absolutely brilliant.
Well done.
Brilliant. Love it.
He liked his favourite colour, yellow. Brilliant.
Cool. Well, if I do get this shirt that's promised to me, I haven't pestered him. He promised it to me about 18 months ago. If I get this shirt from Craig, I'll send it to your boy Barry.
Oh, it's got to be yellow now, guys.
It will be. It will be. He spoke about the yellow one when he spoke to me about it. Be nice to go to a home game and not just watch the other team playing. Absolutely.
I know, Michael, wouldn't it? Mate,
Absolutely.
I might even get up at 1 a.m. to watch a game if we're doing all right.
Yeah. Ground to chop, control to major budget. For God's sake. Just the odd Zuma rumour. Yeah, that's true. Right, bear with me for a second. I'll go back to the comments in a second.
I like that.
Hey?
I like the Zuma rumour. That's it rhymes.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? No, not
Get that off, for fuck's sake. Don't have that behind you. What's that?
It was that one. There we go. That's the one I'll have. There we go. Right. No more bloody space thing. Budgie sitting in his tin can. Spaced out. Yeah. I'm fed up either way, rumours. Just give me the new coach. to give the new coach.
Yes, Lee. We're all behind that.
Cheer about on the pitch. Let us enjoy football again.
Exactly that. We all want
I
that.
applaud that
Lee.
comment.
And we're having it. Let's see old Mr. Lopetegui, Loopy Lou, whatever we're going to call him. I think give him a chance. Give Stein a chance to bring the boys in. And I think we might have an exciting season to watch. So,
well,
I knew what we were getting last season, and I knew it was going to be boring as bat-shit, and it fucking was. So this year, I'm looking forward to it.
That's a good comment. If we start strong, see a better season coming. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But this one, can't wait for the pre-season game in Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's over in Florida.
Is that where you are, Expo? Are you in Jacksonville? No, Jacksonville's not in Florida, is it?
It's in Florida.
Is it?
So, yeah, hopefully. Oh yeah, it's Expo. We're calling him Expo now.
Yeah, Expo.
Is he in Florida?
I don't know. But if you are, mate, let us know in the chat. I'll get to you.
See if you're going.
11:38. Where are we now? 11:47. So I'm only about 10 minutes behind. Well said, Lynn. Yes, says Hustle. The Hustle says Expo. You're hitting Jacksonville for the Wolves stateside. Nice. I got the Hurricane season match with Tampa. Laugh out loud.
All right. Is Hustle there as well?
Must be. Yes, sir. I'll be there. Nice.
Gee.
Nice. Well, don't forget, if you get interviewed, don't forget to mention West Ham Network. Green Street Elites.
No, bollocks to them. Just mention Old School Hammers.
Yeah, that's it, mate.
Yeah, I like that, mate. I like that idea of that Kilman as well.
Mavropanos, Bruno, and Kilman.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
That does sound bloody good. Actually, I like that, Michael. Let me jot that down. Right on, Expo. Yes, indeed. Only you. It was, yes, it was, and it was the Platters that did the original of that.
Yeah,
I think it was about 1958, or no, 60, something like that. Yes, only you. That's it.
Yazoo. Yeah, she had a hell of a voice.
Yeah. Looking from the window above. Yes.
Looking from a window above.
It was.
Oh, the House Martins did that Caravan of Love.
Yeah. And that was a cappella also, wasn't it?
It was. And
the original was done by Isley, Jasper and Isley, believe it or not.
Oh, good knowledge, Budgie boy.
Oh, gosh, yeah. I know me music, mate.
You
Especially
do.
when it comes to the Isleys. I named my eldest son after them. My
Right,
eldest son, who's been 33 this year.
What do you call him? House Martin?
No, his name's Isley, and knobbin.
Oh, right.
I haven't seen him in a number of years, but that's his name. Roxy Music, of course, Lynn. Brilliant band.
Yeah, they're good, man.
Stuff. Yeah. Avalon is a classic.
Avalon.
Yes, it is.
Avalon. Very good.
Early Roxy Music.
Yeah, the early stuff, usual, yeah.
Yeah.
It was really good.
We could go through Roxy Music.
I know. There's one they did, Geezer. I know if it's Roxy Music or just Brian Ferry. There's one they did. There's my favourite of theirs, and I can't remember what it is. That's where my memory is.
What, Roxy Music?
I know Brian Ferry. There's one song I really loved, and I can't remember what it is. It wasn't Virginia Plain. It wasn't Virginia Plain, but I did like that.
Drug, Angel Eyes.
No.
Anyway, I'm not going to go.
I liked them all, to be honest. Yeah. But there was one in particular, but I can't remember.
And we're back to the music again. Yeah. Thank you, Keith.
Look, that ain't our fault. The people put in things, we just got to react to it. Haven't we?
Do you know what, Keith? I'm going to have to get you into the studio. I'm going to have to get some sound bites from you with that sort of stuff. And I'll just play little sound bites every now and again when we just you saying, and we're back to the music again. because I think that'd be funny. Yeah. Always wondered whatever happened to the House Martins bassist. I don't know.
I would never clue.
But Keith Knight's a bassist, so he might be able to tell you the answer to that because he's very knowledgeable about music as well.
What a classic that is, Michael.
I can tell you a true story about.
No, you can't. Let me praise him first for mentioning that track, Vienna. Fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, when I was before I was married to my kid's mum, I was in a long-term relationship with the mother of my twins, which is Isley, and my daughter Talia, right? And she was a backing singer for a band, right, called the Blunter Brothers. And their drummer at that time was called Tony Holmes. He also did session work for studios and stuff. He wrote the drum pattern for a Nana Cherry track. I can't remember which one it was, Buffalo Stance, I think. And he also got himself a job doing session work in a studio for Ultravox. They liked him so much he has been for the last, I think, 18 years now. He has been Ultravox's go-to drummer.
Right.
And he's from Crawley.
Oh, brilliant.
He's been touring the States for about 18 years with Ultravox, as far as I'm aware.
Jeez,
and that's a true story. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. Ain't one of the House Martins a vicar? Possibly.
I thought it was a bird.
Probably in Dibley. A fun music fact. Madness are banned in Russia because their lyrics are violent. Yep, driving in my car is about drive-by shootings. Really?
Is
there
it?
You go. See, I told you Keith knows a bit about music scene. I think that's the bod from the Communards. Bassist from House Martins.
G'day, Howard.
Oh, evening, Howard. Thank you for joining us. We've only been going an hour and 25 minutes, so you haven't missed much. What a good place to be. Thank you. I liked Crass. Laugh out loud. Don't know Crass. Howard, wondering where you'd got to. Yeah, I was beginning to think, actually. I hadn't seen your name. Working on a sculpture.
Working away, old Howard. He's got his fingers doing the talking.
Howard does sculpturing. I want a life-size sculpture of my old dog done. Ooh.
Do you know that's something, Budge? You know, obviously Howard's into the arts and sculpturing and whatever. That's something I, just had no interest as a youngster, art and everything else. But something I've grown to love over the years. Absolutely. Nice artwork. And even architecture to paintings. And even when I went to Paris, my solely was to go to the Louvre. I wanted to get to the Louvre and see the Mona Lisa. I thought that's one of the most disappointing things in the fucking Louvre, actually, was the Mona Lisa. Some of the other art in there is fucking amazing. Amazing. So, yeah, it's something that grew with time that I really did start liking art.
Some of the art that's in the Albert and Victoria is incredible. I was in there a few years back. A good few years back. And
I remember. Do you know the Imperial War Museum? I went there once. It's near Elephant Castle there, isn't it? Yeah. And I went there, and they had an exhibition on of is it Larry or Constant Larry? Matchstick Men and Matchstick Dogs. That was a song.
Oh, yeah.
Right. There's a song. But they had his stuff up there, and even his stuff. When you look at it, it's fucking brilliant. It's really clever. I loved it.
Yeah.
But yeah. There you go.
I take this comment is referring to the shirt. So yes, because I said to Craig that I would donate it to a charity or a raffle or a good cause. And well, Barry, if I can cheer one member of your family up, It'll be
Yeah. What better place to give it to than an up and coming new West Ham fan? Eh?
Yeah, you know that, and I'll make sure it's got his signature and that on it for you as well, so he can have it framed. All right, I'll make sure I get that done.
Might be a bit big for him at the moment, Barry.
Even if I have to buy the shirt, send it to him, get him to sign it, and have him send it back, I'll do that even. But it'll be a authentic West Ham Craig worn shirt. Still don't mind Crass. Yeah, so that's anarchic punk, apparently. I'm not really sort of keen on that. Banned from the Roxy. Who remembers Broken Bones or the English Dogs? Can't say I remember either of those, I'm afraid.
No, I can't, Mark. Unless they happened after I'd left.
Gary says they were good.
Gary knows them.
They were great, actually, he says.
Huh?
And the Subhumans, now I've heard of them. I haven't heard them in ages, says Gary. This must be a stateside thing. Must be like the stateside bands, I would think. Just want football to keep me awake, don't we all? Let's not get back to football. Come on. The UK subs, yeah, they were great, weren't they? Yeah, they were good. I've got itchy nose again. Saw both of them at the 100 Club.
Oh, yeah.
Just moved from Florida to KY, actually. But I'm heading back for the game, yes. KY. What's KY? Kentucky. It's got to be Kentucky, surely.
Yeah, could be.
If you're anywhere near Lexington, we can put you in touch with our good friend Lawrence. He's in Lexington, Kentucky.
Yeah.
We can put you in touch with him. I lost my love for the UK subs. Right, okay. I lost my love to a UK sub. Yeah, we're singing those. Yep. Want us to play football in a way that makes everyone scared to play us.
Yeah.
Hard
I have that very.
Yeah, we've had that before. We have had that before. Ever seen Cock Sparrow?
Yeah, I heard it. Remember them?
Yeah.
Remember the name, anyway.
You know where you can watch on TV some of our pre-season games in America. I do believe that West Ham TV will be showing some of the games on YouTube. But the best place to check is on the club website. They will tell you where and how you can view the game and if you can view the games. Unless there's an American network that are going to be showing them. And then you'll have to, if you're not in America, you have to download an illegal streaming site. I don't advise it, but they are quite useful.
I know, it'd be disgusting. Disgusting to do that. See that, mate, Pink Floyd. You know, I love Led Zeppelin and whatever. I could never get into Pink Floyd. There's a couple of tracks I like theirs, right? But I could never really I never really liked them. And I worked out here, goes out west, and was going back one week, and a guy lived in Brisbane. He said, "Look, I'm driving back. You want to come with me? Rather than get on a bus, jump on a plane, and fly back to Brisbane." Right? And we was like it's like a 7-8 hour drive. So I said, "Yeah, fuck it, yeah, getting that plane bollocks. I'm sick of it. Let's do that." So I jumped in. Guess what? He played Pink Floyd for fucking 7 hours. Oh, mate, I was even more sick of Pink Floyd because of it than I ever was. That's all he fucking played. Oh, my God.
There's a few tracks of I like, but...
There's a few I like of them, but it was torture for me because I didn't really like them. You know, but I know that most people do love
Genesis. I thought they were a great band.
I prefer Led Zeppelin very much more than Pink Floyd.
I weren't that keen on Metallica and that sort of stuff. Didn't mind Scorpions. Didn't mind bit of Bon Jovi. And Bon Jovi to be a bit commercial though for my life.
A bit commercial, yeah.
Public Image Limited over the Pistols though. Yeah, well,
Right.
see, I'm the other way.
Listen.
I prefer the Pistol stuff. Saw them like.
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah,
Cock Sparrow.
only because I think they. Because I believe they changed the world. They changed the world. The Pistols, for that reason. You know what I mean?
And I like the way he used to appear on other people's shows, like when other people were doing gigs, and he used to just appear at the back of the stage with a top hat on. Like he'd be all dressed in black with a top hat on, and he'd just walk onto the stage, not do anything, just walk onto the stage and walk off again. Johnny Rotten, he'd done it to the Clash.
Right.
When I saw the Clash,
but did you? And I'm sure the boys in here. Do you remember? What was the show when the Pistols came on? Bill Grundy, and I was sitting there watching that live with my dad. Right, because that was a live show they put on every night, didn't they? I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
And they came on and started acting up and whatever. And he encouraged them, didn't he? Bill Grundy, to swear and everything. Never been done before on live telly. And it just hit the fuck me. The Pistols went from there to there because the next newspapers the next morning, just everything about them coming out of the studio, you know, firing beer at the fucking photographers. It was brilliant. But my God, me and my dad was in shock. My dad especially, like quite conservative, that they were swearing on it. And that Bill Grundy, I don't think ever done a bloody show again after that. It was brilliant.
Lynn says Sound to Silence by Disturbed.
Yeah, it's a good,
absolutely beautiful
remake, wasn't it? It's a good cover, that one.
It's brilliant. And there's one
because Simon and Garfunkel were up there for me as well. Simon and Garfunkel, I loved. Thought they were brilliant.
Yeah.
And that Sound of Silence, by Disturbed. Fuck, what a cover that was.
It's great. It's a great cover. And another great cover I like was by Bad Wolves, the Zombie Cranberries song.
Yeah, brilliant.
That was a really good cover. Really good cover.
By who, Budge?
By the Bad Wolves, they're called.
All right.
What happened was they booked a studio to do a cover version of it, but they were going to get Dolores, can't remember her surname now, the lead singer from Cranberries. They were going to get her to come in and do the vocal. So it was, although it was a cover version, the vocal was by the original artist, right?
Right.
So on the day that she was...
Ariadne.
That's it, Ariadne.
What's her first name? Forgot.
Dolores Ariadne.
That's it, Dolores Ariadne. Yeah. Passed away a couple of years ago, didn't she?
Well, on the day that she was due to go into the studio to do this cover of her own song, or remake if you prefer, she passed away on the day she went to the studio. So the band they used the studio and did the cover version themselves, and it is beautiful. It's brilliant. The video.
I haven't heard that, Budge.
Yeah, the video that they put together really pays tribute to Dolores O'Riordan as well. Yeah,
fabulous, wasn't it? Zombie was a fabulous track.
Yeah, a brilliant track. And
Tears for Fears were another. I was really like Tears for Fears. Still.
I never really liked them very much. I got to be honest.
Yeah, I was a bit of a fan of them. I thought they were good. Mad World, mate. Mad World was classic.
It was all right. Everybody wants to.
Don't you all like my fucking choices, you fucker? That was fucking brilliant, Mad World. Someone done a cover of that Mad World, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Pearl Jam or fucking.
No, I can't remember who it was, but it was
almost. It wasn't Pearl Jam, but it was one of them. Brilliant.
Somebody in the chat will tell us who that was in a minute.
Done a great cover of this track, yeah. I like it.
Do you think Tim is being exposed as... Oh, hang on a minute, Mac. We're not on the football thing now. I've lost track of all of that. Sorry, mate. You'll have to ask somebody else that. In with the In Crowd. That was a great tune. That was
Yeah,
actually
great show.
Ferry on his own. That was Brian Ferry on his own. That was. I'm in with the In Crowd. See, now
Yeah.
I actually on my channel I do interview people, and the show I called the In Crowd, and the
Indeed.
intro music is a clip of Brian Ferry doing it live. Roxy music. I think
Yeah.
it might
He hasn't interviewed me yet, though, wanker.
I fucking talk to you every week. Smell ya. I know more about you than you do.
I know. We've done it all anyway.
Love the Smiths, yeah. The Smiths, they were from
Brilliant. Smiths were brilliant.
yeah,
Simple
they
as
were
that.
from Manchester
They were
or
brilliant.
somewhere that way, weren't they? Smiths, I think. The Cure were from Copthorne, which is just up the road from me. Poplar, out of Poplar, whoever that
Really?
was.
Done it again.
Oh, goodness me. I told you I had an itchy nose. I go where the In Crowd goes. Absolutely. I think the cracking stuff. Come on, stop it. Love is the Drug, great tune.
Mm-hmm.
The Smiths are a must.
A must.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
House Martin bassist was Fatboy Slim. Norman Cook was having a giggle. Oh, right. Oh. I never realised that. Well, you know me.
Remember Fatboy Slim doing some bloody good videos.
Oh, he's brilliant. Very
he was-
talented. Very, very talented fella. Buzzcocks, been to see them. They're brilliant. Nosebleeds, don't remember them. Satan's Rats, don't remember them.
No.
Fatboy Slim.
Exactly, Fatboy Slim. What was that?
There's a light that never goes out.
Oh, the Smiths. What a track that is. Who put that comment up?
Usual.
Usual. What a track that is. There's a light that never goes. That's a line in it. Man, what a track that is. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Most of the band are Hammers. What's his name as well, isn't it? What are they called? Iron Maiden. There's a couple of the members of that band. Well, a few of them. West Ham fans. Ever heard Booze and Glory? I never would have put those two words in the same sentence ever in my lifetime. So no, I've never heard of them.
No, man.
There's no glory in
I
booze,
think what you
mate.
mean.
Not unless you're the one selling it. Keyboard is now a vicar. Okay.
Oh, lovely.
Was also in the dark as to what happened to the drummer in Nirvana. Don't know. I know that the lead singer passed away, didn't he?
That's...
Oh, I might be spreading rumours now. Inflammable Material. What an album! I don't know whose album that was, but it sounds pretty. It sounds like it was fire. Inflammable Material. Anyway, we have 3 points again. Yeah. Bass player was Ted Key, but he was replaced by Norman Cook.
Oh, I didn't even know Fatboy Slim, that was his name, Norman Cook.
Yeah.
No wonder he changed it to fucking Fatboy Slim. Norman. Pretty, yeah, it's not really a pop star name, is it, Norman?
I don't know. No, I suppose not. Oh, what the flipping hell's just happened now? Right. Skinhead band. Oh, okay. I was never really into the skinhead bands. I found them too political. Even though I was a skinhead, I was never that political. They've got some good tunes from New York, Agnes. Oh, right, okay. I feel like it was from New York. Possibly right. Badfinger, screwed by their manager, Pete Ham. Great voice.
Right. Badfinger.
Stiff Little Fingers and Early Undertones. Yeah, Stiff Little
Yeah.
Fingers. Undertones are okay. Question for the chat. Can anyone help me remember Boozer at Maryland Station?
Oh, Leslie. I'll tell you what, I forget. Do you know, that came in my head the other day, right? For fucking some mental reason. When we were at St Bonaventures, right? We were, 15, 16. My mate was in a band. About two of them were. And they formed the band. And I went to see them live, right? At Maryland, in this pub. They had one of them, competition nights. And we went there, a load of us out of the school to watch them. And we're 15, 16 in this pub watching these guys. And they were brilliant, but they didn't win it. But they were so good. The people running it was asked them to come back next week. And it was in Maryland, Leslie. And I said, I can't remember the name of the pub either. But they used to have a lot of live bands going on. But I always wonder what the name of that pub was in Maryland. Brought back a memory that 15, 16 we were. I can go to see my mate in it, or two of them, in a live band. Anthony Cleary was one of the geezers in it. The other guy was named Damien something. One was a drummer, one was a lead guitarist. But they were good, you know what I mean? Whereas at that age, they were bloody good. But I'm sure they didn't get anywhere. So, yeah, it was a pub in Maryland. Yeah, I couldn't tell. If someone else comes up with the name of that pub, I'd be amazed. But it was in Maryland, live music.
Look at that. That was seamless.
Oh, what a track that was. Ooh,
Alternative Ultra. Oh, my goodness. Chaos UK. I can respect it, but never get into the news. Yeah. Stiff Little Fingers. Suspect Device. Yeah. Chaos UK was good. Stiff Little Fingers. And Bruce Foxton was on the bass. Oh, now he was the bass from the Jam, wasn't he?
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Loved Jam. The Jam
was
brilliant.
Absolute quality, man.
Yeah, saw them twice in Crawley and once in London.
Good for you.
Yeah, it was good having them at Crawley, actually, because in our old leisure centre that we used to have, the main hall was huge. We used to have roller skating in there and all sorts, And, I think there was a crowd of about 2,000 people or something in this place. Brilliant. Oh, I missed that comment. Sorry.
You've got another offer there, Barry.
Oh, look, here we go. Look, I have a yellow referee shirt, which no longer fits me. Your lad can have it. Draw him to the dark side. Well, Keith, that's brilliant. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll liaise when I've spoken to Craig. We'll liaise and we'll get the two shirts to him. And Barry, I'm in the group, so you can private message me through that group. And
what Keith's not telling though, Budge, some goalkeeper threw it at him after one of his refereeing performances.
The referee shirt, you don't know.
Yeah, someone threw that yellow shirt at him because he was so crap at refereeing.
You're a fucking one.
Okay.
What else we got? Simple Minds, brilliant Scots.
Yeah, they were good, man. James, Simple Minds were good, man. Really good. But they're late 80s Simple Minds, weren't they?
Yeah.
Carton Horses. Is that what it is? 58. Carton Horses. Yeah, that rings a bell, but that's the pub they're talking about in Maryland. Fuck me. Yeah. Pretty sure he's right.
Budgie, mate, you've made a man so happy. I'll let my missus hear what you said. And she said, you're both such lovely people, genuinely. Well,
Oh, that's nice, Barry.
listen,
That's nice,
like
isn't
I said, if we can cheer somebody up with, something, then we will.
Bloody hell.
No? That's what West Ham's for, mate. We're a family.
Yeah. And we're not here for an haircut, are we?
North Lexington. Expo's in North Lexington.
All right.
I don't know where in Lexington.
He's in, yeah.
Lawrence is, but he's definitely
Lawrence.
in Lexington. So maybe you could start a nice little West Ham community in Lexington.
Yeah, he normally, sometimes see him on here, Expo. He normally comes on here, but he's not here this evening. Yeah, he'd probably watch it later. But yeah, he's an old friend from many, many years now, old Lawrence.
Yeah. He's probably prepping up for the barbecue and that, isn't he? He's a great chef. He is a great chef.
Good lad.
You're welcome. 58, not a problem, mate. Lawrence, Pink Fairies. No. Lawrence Watkins, big Hammers fan, Anger. There you go. And he is. And he openly admits that he has only been supporting West Ham for about 5 years now, I think it is, isn't it, Kieran?
Yeah, 5 or 6 goes up.
He said he didn't actually support any soccer team, as he put it, any football team, until he discovered West Ham, and now he's glad he made the choice he did, and he swatted up on the team. He knows quite a bit about the history. He's quite knowledgeable about the game. He's learned a lot. In fact, I think it's about 8 years now, actually, Kieran.
Probably is, goes up. Time flies by so quick, doesn't it?
It was about 6 years when I spoke to him last, which was, a couple of years back. Not on here, I mean, on the screen. Half Man, Half Biscuit. Genesis Watcher of the Sky. That was a great tune. 7 hours. That was just one Pink Floyd song.
Yeah. You might be right. Oh, mate, my ears are fucking burning at the end of it. I couldn't wait to get out of that car.
Howard, I get the first part of your comment, but Pink Floyd, the Division Bell album. No, mate, I'm not a Pink Floyd fan.
I know what my mates used to tell me about. I mean, I've seen it on telly before. Their stage show is amazing, Pink Floyd and all that. I can understand going to watch them live and that, but I'm just not a fan of their music. And there is a couple that I really like, but
yeah. See, now if I was going to have a 7-hour drive, I'd spend probably the best part of 2 hours of that listening to one album, which would be the Jeff Wayne War of the Worlds. It's my favourite album in the world.
If he just mixed it up a bit, it wouldn't have been so bad. It was just non-stop.
Yeah.
The guy was obsessed with it.
Have you ever listened to that Jeff Wayne War of the World?
Yeah, that's brilliant, War of the Worlds.
I love it. I used when I was younger.
Who was that?
Jeff Wayne.
Oh, I thought it was someone else. There you go.
From ELO, Jeff Wayne.
Yeah, right. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, he years ago I had a bit of a mental health issue and went through some like counselling, etc., etc. And one of the methods that I still use today to help me get myself into a better position, into a better place in my head, is listening to War of the Worlds.
Right.
I still do it. I mean, if you have a look on my Spotify, right, you'll find that the most frequently played album is that, or the most frequently played playlist is that.
I listen to Kylie Minogue for that.
I'll get too vigorous when I'm listening to her, especially if I'm watching the videos.
Mate, I'll tell you what. But do you know something about Kylie Minogue here? When she was on, what is it, fucking Neighbours or Home and Away, wherever she was in. When she started singing here in Australia, she got fucking slaughtered here in Australia. absolutely slaughtered by her own, right? She went to fucking London and she teamed up with that trio of producers or whatever they were. And then she started producing some good shit and all that. And then, you know what I mean? Then they started backtracking here. She's one of ours. They slagged the fuck out of her here, mate. She got ruined.
Of course so.
Fucking really.
She'd have been better off hooking up with Sly and Robbie rather than Stockade.
She was just unfairly though. She was absolutely slaughtered it. You know what I mean? See, I didn't give a fuck about her. But as soon as she started doing well over in London with them three, oh yeah, she's one of ours. Fucking wankers, pricks.
Yeah. Keith says he once played bass for Leo Sayer. And Edison
making out now. Keith's making out now.
One-off song recordings.
Yeah.
Okay, what song is it? You make me feel like dancing. I'm gonna dance the night away.
Well done, Keith. That's something to say. I like Leo Sayer, man. I thought it was good. I really liked this shit. I liked it. I was young then. Fuck me, Leo Sayer. Would have been about 10, 12.
Yeah. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Green Day, yeah.
Chili Peppers are good, man. Really good.
Nearest Hughes.
Yeah, I'd say that too as well now, Michael. Pistols at the beginning, but the Clash, yeah, they were different gravy, man. Different gravy.
Hustle says the Who are his favourites of all time.
Who's they, Hustle? I liked them, but I wouldn't say they're my favourite, but I did like them. I thought they were brilliant.
I thought they were brilliant as well. And there was a great big crowd of us, right? There must have been 40, 45 of us. All went to Crawley Cinema, skinheads, and like there was some suede heads and a few girls. You know what I mean? There was like
45
of us went to go and see the film, The Pinball Wizard. Who?
What, Tommy?
Tommy, that was it. Yeah. We all went to see that together. There must have been 40 of us, 45 of us. It was noisy as fuck in there.
He's still playing that pinball, geezer.
Yeah. Oh, what a night. Ever heard or listened to a band called Nightwish?
No. Never knew that. Nightwish.
Now, Sean has got class.
Did you? 2001?
Live 2001. Oh, they've been around for years, mate, since about 96, 97.
Have they?
They've been around, yeah. David Damian, the lead singer, he surprisingly got a fucking good range for a rock singer. I mean, he does all that screaming stuff as well with the.
Oh God, no, that's not for me.
No, he doesn't.
Wouldn't be me, Bubs. Wouldn't be me.
No, but he does everything to do with rock, ballads right up to. I'm not saying he does that shit. He don't do all that.
You sound like a magpie, then.
But he sounds. He's got like a good gruff voice about him as well.
Oh, yeah, an amazing voice.
He's a really good singer.
I didn't realise they were going that long. I thought when we heard the what's the name cover that they were new on the scene. There you
go. No. And you know what? That David Damian as well. In one concert he did, startled a young girl at the concert with his voice, I think, or with an explosion or something. I don't know. But he startled this young girl. So he invited her back to another concert, gave her front row tickets and got her up to the stage with him and all that, proper VIP there. So he's a real nice guy. You know what I mean?
Right, lovely. That's good. Yeah, the Clash. Yeah, look, the Pistols. I've always said, look, the Pistols are there to knock the doors down, mate. And the Clash came in on them on that wave, and they were a proper band. The Clash, the Pistols. You know, they always said it. They were just the guys that were thrown together, could hardly play an instrument, but they did make an impact. That was the point. But they were a proper band, the Clash. I mean, top band, fucking top band.
Yeah, that's actually a good point, Neil. They got his respect for God Save the Queen. Establishment still hate the youth and the dream of something better.
Yeah, that's right. And
Probably,
Neil, it was at the time like 4 million unemployed. There was a lot of fucking angst in the country at the time.
Yeah,
They just came along at the right time. And like I said, they kicked the doors down, mate. And then all these record companies had to fucking listen because the youth, they had to be heard because that's where the money was then, buying records. So they had to take notice of a punk movement. And all the great bands that come on the wave of that punk movement was fantastic. So it was a great time to be into music then, I think. I think it made a difference. Even if you didn't like punk, the other bands that come on the wave of that, you know, they wouldn't have done with the Pistols kicking them doors down. That's the way I see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thunderfingers, that's me. Especially this one, guys. This spent one. But,
yeah. Can't even straighten that one. Thunderfingers. I mean, I would imagine a band or something. Or is that a nickname for a bass player? Because you know that sort of sounds like that would be fit.
I remember the Thunderbirds. They're right.
Yeah. I think my favourite bass player of all time has to be Mark King from Level 42. I love the way.
Oh, that was good, guys. That's a good pick. It was, wasn't it? And they used that bass was quite prominent in their songs, wasn't it?
He was the lead singer as well, wasn't he? So yeah.
Level 42.
My favourite bass player of all time. There's actually a guy on YouTube called Charles Berthoud, I think it is, and he's a bassist and he's brilliant. But he does like you know videos for YouTube and that. But he's so good on the bass, and he does like lead guitar lines on his bass and everything. He's brilliant. He can play a whole song, and you can recognise the whole song on a 4 or 5 string bass. He's so good. He's so good. Yeah, Bad Wolves were due to record with Dolores O'Riordan the day after she died. Oh, okay, sorry, my bad. The day after. I thought it was.
Wow, there you go.
Thanks, Sean. Dolores, yeah, that's her. Just saw Disturbed last year in Orlando with Falling in Reverse. Sound of Silence was definitely the highlight.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah. Is that what you're good at? Oh, hang on. Look, we don't want to start talking about Linger. That was another great tune by Dolores O'Riordan, or what's the name of the band?
Cranberries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think that.
Yeah, it's a great track.
Yeah, that is a great track, but I still preferred Zombie. Brings a tear to his eyes.
Yeah, great stuff.
Sisters of Mercy. Right, well, look, I'll tell you what, let's we've been going 2 hours. Let's start winding this down. Yeah, thanks, Mac. Thank you for joining us, mate. Mate, the Jam, yeah, that was great. Donnie Darko. Oh, that's a movie.
Yeah.
75-year-old. Yeah. Seeing the Smith supported by James.
Wow. Fucking nice.
As a kid, biggest influences for me on the bass: Mark Bedford, Madness; Horace Panther, The Specials; David Farron, Bad Manners;
John Entwistle;
Duran Duran, John Entwistle, The who also did a lot of session work with Roxy Music as well. John Entwistle. Don't know if you're aware of that, but he did. I don't know if it was a lot, but he done some, because I've seen his name credited on a couple of Roxy Music's albums. So he was probably doing session for them when their normal bassist was out or something. Almost impossible, I know. But try and pick your all-time favourite tune. That's really easy.
It is nearly impossible, yeah.
That's really easy for me.
Right,
My all-time favourite tune, the one that I want played at my wake or whatever, is "Creep" by Radiohead. That is my all-time favourite tune. Yeah, there you go.
I'll tell you one up there that it's right out of the blue. And long before that World Cup come along, I was a big fan of Nessun Dorma by Pavarotti. Before they done the World Cup, and I was telling everyone about it years before that, and they just looked at me as a fucking idiot. Until that World Cup come along, they used it as the theme tune for the World Cup, and it was in Italy, wasn't it? And then everyone loves it. That was one of my favourite
things.
things.
You know, when you've got a good taste in music, Cieran, some people do look at you a bit wild. You know what I mean? Like, I've had people come to my house and I've said, like, you know, I've had music on or whatever, and I'll play, you know, anything from like, you know, Bill Haley and the Comets to, you know, Pavarotti and everything in between.
Yeah, same here.
And people sort of say to me, "Crikey, you got a big, big taste in music."
Same here. I've always been like that. I'll tell you what, Budge, but I think that's, you know, the era we grew up in.
Yeah.
When you look back at, you know, we grew up in the 60s. And when you think of the music that being the Beatles were around, the Who was around, you know, the Stones were around. And, you know, even our formative years, we were listening to that shit at home. It weren't our music, but my God, we listened to it. And as we grew into the 70s, and then a new band of music started coming, we had such a range then of music coming up. Well, and it wasn't until I was about 16 before I started appreciating classical, you know, which is crazy where I grew up, you know, in East London. People thought I was a fucking knob for liking classical music. Right? Well, and I remember going to the Royal Albert Hall to watch a classic extravaganza, which was just a London Philharmonic, I think, playing popular classical music, and I loved it. I just thought it was fantastic. But then I got into, you know, in '77. I was at punk music. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, there's some parts of rap I enjoy. I really do. I find they're brilliant. And there's no limits to the music. I love jazz. I love reggae. Yeah, there's no limits.
Like when people ask me
calling themselves, I think, but
who my favourite singer of all time is, I always say I have one male singer and one female singer. My male singer is Dennis Brown, reggae artist.
Oh?
Dennis Brown.
Right.
He done Money in My Pocket.
Yeah.
Green Apple, what's it called?
It's hard, Budge, though. I can name 10. That's the trouble.
Yeah, he's my favourite male vocalist. My female, and I've said, if you ask me at 8 years old or today who my favourite female singer is, it would have been the same answer, and it always has been. And it's Barbara Streisand.
Oh, you pick a fucking fan. I'm a fan too, geezer. I was a fan.
Mate, what a voice. That woman can hit every note in every octave.
Oh, I agree. I think Amy Winehouse became my favourite. But see, Barbara growing up, I thought she was brilliant. Plus, I've got a thing for noses, geezer. And she had the sexiest nose in the world. And yeah, I loved her.
One thing about her,
what a voice.
But I thought she was.
I even had an album of hers, geezer. I think she done it with Barry Gibb.
Yeah.
You know that? But yeah, I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan of her. I think Amy Winehouse took over that mantle as the best voice for me. What a beautiful.
That song "Guilty" was on that album. I think the album was called.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And
But,
yeah, that was a quality tune. That was a quality tune. I love it. But yeah, I love Barbara Streisand's voice. I think it's impeccable.
yeah, fantastic choice, mate. Lovely choice.
Never hits a note or
But-
nothing, live or nothing. Oh,
Dusty Springfield's up there as well. Another top. I think it was Lynn mentioned her last week. What a voice that girl had.
yeah.
Another crack.
And, you know, I mean, you've also got to put up there. I mean, if you're going to talk about modern day singers, you got to talk about Jennifer Hudson. I mean, that girl has got one
Good voice.
hell
There's
of a
love.
voice.
But if I went for male voices because of my love of classical to a point, is probably Pavarotti. I'll probably have to stick with it. If you put it into categories, then a rock voice or a reggae voice, got to be Bob Marley for me because I just grew up with him and loved him.
Yeah.
Joan,
Don't get me wrong.
I had a couple of her albums. Howard,
Love
had a
Love
couple
and
of her albums.
Affection. Great tune.
I like her song.
Uh,
Joan Armour Plating. If you used to call it.
Substitute started it for me, the live at Leeds version. I suppose the first song that ever really grabbed me and really made me love music was actually a song called Peeping Tom by Toots and the Maytals, another reggae artist.
We love Toots.
Old school. Yeah, old school. And they did a song called Peeping Tom. It was only ever a B-side. But it was that song that got me really hooked on music for some reason. And then I suppose Bohemian Rhapsody had a massive impact on me.
Yeah, that was fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'll tell you one of my favourite all-time songs, actually, is oh God, I'm going to remember the name of it in a second. Bear with me.
Hotel California.
Sign of the Times. It's called, and it's by the young lad that was originally in the band. Oh God, what's his freaking name now? It'll come to me in a minute. It will come to me, but it's one of my favourite tunes. I love it. He was in that boy band that X Factor put together. What are they called? One Direction. One Direction. One Direction. He was in One Direction. Yeah. Oh, Harry Styles. Harry Styles. That's his name. It's a really good tune. Really, really, really good tune. One of my favourite tunes of the modern era. Really good. It kind of when I listen to music, I listen to it for what it is, right? I don't kind of categorize it.
Yeah.
But when I listen to that tune, I would imagine it would be the kind of tune that someone like Frank Sinatra would bring out if he was around at the time that song came out. It would be the kind of lyrics that he would, or someone like Tom Jones even.
Yeah.
The lyrics are so profound. They're really good. And
exactly. See, that's something else I grew up with, guys. Tom Jones, like yourself, and Frank Sinatra, and Dean Martin.
Yeah.
My favourite of Frank Sinatra is the song I love the most out of his.
Yeah.
Is a song called. It's not one of his big songs either. It's called "Summer Wind" by Frank Sinatra, and it's a short song, but I think it's fantastic. I love it. Yeah, we're lucky to have all them influences, Gator. Even to Elvis Presley, or long before punk come along or anything else. We were lucky to have that. We were brought up with that, and I think that's gives us. And I've been giving that to my boy. I've not made him, But he was listening to stuff like that when he was young, when he was 4, when he was 5, when he was 6.
It's like my kids, you know. I mean,
Great appreciation of music
my
now.
daughter, even though my daughter don't live here anymore, she quite often sends me like a WhatsApp link to a song on YouTube or TikTok or wherever.
Yeah.
And it'd be tunes that I would have played when she was really young, you know, stuff that I was listening to. And she go, "Oh, Dad, look, this is a new version of it by somebody else or whatever. And what do you think of it? I remember the original, I love it. But what do you think of this copy of this version?" So, you know, my son does it with me as well. And, you know, one of Bob Marley's sons, no, his grandson, I think it is actually. No, I think it
Ziggy?
No,
Ziggy Marley?
Damien.
Okay.
Hang on. Let me just find him. Oh, My Sweet Lord.
Oh, what song? Is that George Harrison?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, My Sweet Lord, Damien Marley.
Lovely.
He's done a version of that. And it is bloody good. Really, really good. Yes, it's got some reggae influence to it, but he pays homage to the original very well. It's really, really good. Iron Maiden have got their own football team apparently, and they wear West Ham colours. He's got the home and away shirts. Well, I've got the dark blue away shirt that they did. I haven't got the black one, and I haven't got the claret and blue one, but I've got the dark blue one. But mine's I wouldn't mind one of them Iron Maiden shirts, to be honest. I'll have to look into that. From the club shop. Club shop do them. Who do? You know, the online club shop. Oh, do they? Club shop, yeah. No, I want Anton or Rusty B to send me one. What, as a thank you? Yeah, for keeping people going. having to do this every morning for the last 16,000 weeks. Yeah. Cry Africa, Burning Spear. Great tune, Howard. He really loves his reggae. If he knows that tune by Burning Spear, he is into his roots music, I'm telling you. And I love all their dub stuff as well. Talk about bass playing with Iron Maiden. Yeah, no, their bassist is very good. I love him. Shorty. I fucking had their album, mate. Yeah. Gary, what do we call that music then? That all that electric fucking organ shit. What was that? What was it, like new wave, wasn't it? Yeah, well, not new wave, but I had a term for it. I forgot what the term is. But Tube Army, I like Gary Newman Tube Army. Thought it was good, man. What do they call it? Electronic or electro punk or something, wasn't it? No, it wasn't that. The term was something like it, but yeah, good picture. Like them. Here in my car, I feel safe. Yeah, that's the one, boy. Yeah, it was good. Hustle, I have had a few beers with Steve Harris back in the day, and all we talked about was West Ham. Brilliant. Yeah, brilliant. Gary Newman's there. Yeah. Lucky Duck. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. He's one of the few Normans, Howard. Norman is a brilliant writer. Newman is a brilliant writer. Yeah. Gary Newman live at Portsmouth. Yeah. Fucking hell. Budgie's been sucked out of the spaceship. Yeah. How big is this guy? The Batcher spin. Whatever that is. Love classic metal, but starting to love some symphonic metal as I get older. Yeah. Fair point. Yeah. I used to love the Scorpions. I thought they were brilliant. Hustle. He had a full-size football pitch in the grounds of his house in Bishop Stortford, where Iron Maiden FC used to play. West Ham, mad the geezer is. I wonder if they would ever be willing to hold a charity match there. Like, that would be brilliant, wouldn't it? I wonder if he still lives there and if he's still got the pitch. Check out a band called Epica. Okay. Iron Ore, a drink in the Bachelor's Bar in the day.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Look, Neil, always on the lookout for new stuff. Right. I don't know. This goes out to anybody. If you like cover versions of other songs that you're going to be familiar with, check out a band on YouTube called Playing for Change. Now, what that is, it's a group of people around the world, and they all get together on Zoom or whatever, and there'll be someone, say, in Hawaii on a guitar, someone in Jamaica on drums, there'll be somebody in the States on vocals.
Yeah,
they're all over the world, right? Playing for change. And they do loads and loads and loads of really good cover versions. And one of my favourite ones is the Thin Lizzy track, or what's the name of the track? Anyway, it all comes to me. But they're really good. They are really, really good. Yeah, that track nearly came to me then. Funnily enough, Bruce Foxton was in Stiff Little Fingers for longer than he was in the Jam.
Really? I didn't even know that, Sean.
Do you know what? I'll tell you another little story about Bruce Foxton, Sean. He done the music for quite a famous TV series. And I can't fucking remember what one it was now. It's my age showing. But I'll tell you another little interesting story. Do you remember the original series of The Equalizer with Edward Woodward in it?
Yeah.
The music for that was done by the drummer from the Police. What's his face?
Oh, I forget his name.
Not some. Yeah, can't remember his name either now. But anyway, it was the drummer from the Police, done the music for The Equalizer. Ever heard The Saints? Good 70s Aussie.
I have, mate, Gary. I couldn't tell you now what the songs were, but I have heard the Saints here, mate. And that's the trouble, Gary, being in Australia. Well, it's probably a good thing for them, but when I moved here, I had such an appreciation of music, but here they really do on the radio stations promote Australian bands more than ever. Right? Yeah. Squeeze, brilliant. But so when you hear a lot of bands here, it is the Saints, it is Jimmy Barnes, it is Midnight Oil, and you get inundated with Australian music. And they seem to ignore a lot of the good music that's going around. So you lose touch with some of the great stuff that's happening in the UK or America, unless it's a massive hit. And that's one of my regrets of being here, is that you don't get the variety you do in London. You don't. Yeah.
Well, but, with the great thing called the internet, you can actually listen to radio stations in the UK.
You can now. I'm just when I first got here, I was 87, you didn't have that. And you sort of lost out on a lot of music that was going on around the world, unless they were big hits. If they were big hits, you'd hear it all. But,
so just want to say to Hustle, congratulations, sir. 5 years, undefeated, him and his girl. And he's just waiting for her to get home. I hope you've run her a nice bath with some candles, got some flowers, a nice bottle of plonk. Hopefully. You're going to spoil her rock.
Yeah, the voice lead. Yeah.
That was brilliant. Hey. Now, another little story about John Farnham. He appeared on a concert Prince's Trust concert in England, and the house band for all of the artists that were appearing was Level 42. And the first time I ever heard John Farnham, it was him and the guy that played his electronic bagpipes. And yeah,
Farnham. See, Australia claimed him as their own because he made it big here in Australia, John Farnham. And I think he was born in Kent, if I remember.
Oh, really?
But they claim him as not. No, Australia claim everyone. That's born.
Yeah,
Jimmy Barnes, if you've ever heard Jimmy Barnes, he was born in Glasgow originally, but he grew up in Australia. And Cold Chisel was his band here.
In Australia since he was a kid, hasn't he?
Farnham there, young anyway. Same as Jimmy Barnes, same as a lot. They always claimed them. So even though he was born in Kent,
well,
he's an Aussie as far as
Expo, just in response to this comment, Lawrence I don't know if Lawrence is a qualified chef, but he is a damn good cook.
He loves a barbecue.
Expo. He loves the barbecue. And
he's good at it.
The stuff that goes with it, all of the trimmings and everything. I mean, listen, if we can find a link to a video of him with one of his spreads, because he put a couple of videos on Young Jake's channel, I'll send you the link. I won't be able to do it now. Next time I see you, remind me.
He's Expo. He's an ex-Navy guy. He was in the Navy for many years before coming to civil life.
Yeah, it's a good possibility, mate, you know. But, you know, I've spoken to Lawrence, and he's been in the chats of many of the shows that Kieran and I have done, whether it be together or with other people or on our own. Well, not necessarily Kieran on his own, but me on my own, whatever. And we always get the same greetings, so no, you're not him.
No, his first greeted Expo is good morning or whatever from Lexington, Kentucky. So we know it's Lawrence, you know.
Yeah, we know it's him. Kieran, was it the Railway Tavern?
I don't know. It could have been a rail because it was near the tube station, the Maryland station. Was that the tube or is that overhead? No, it's overhead, isn't it? But it was, that pub was near there. It could have been a Cart and Horses and it could have been the Railway Tavern. I'm not sure.
Oh, happy. Thank you for being here.
Yeah,
thank you.
You're off, babe.
You got to go, sweetheart. It's not a problem. It is nearly 1 o'clock.
Yeah, the chat here is a very good chat. It's better than all them other bloody shows that talk shit. Absolute nonsense.
Expo, mate. Crazy weird. Wow. Been West Ham since about 2002. Used to be very difficult to follow the Premier League here in the state.
Yeah. Loves.
Got to happy. Good night, sweet pie. Good night, good night, good night. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you for that. Who was that? Michael, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Michael, please. God, why does that happen? Right, happy. Did you ever hear the XYZ demos of Jimmy Page and Yes?
No.
No.
Is the answer that, right?
And they got it in stereo. Laugh out loud. Right. Sleep well, happy. Yeah, we're going to have to go soon anyway, mate. Good night, everybody. Sasha and Digweed's Northern Exposure Volume 2. Moody Blues, another great band.
Yeah.
Right, listen, guys, I'm going to get through. Oh, mate, I've got to just do this. Good evening, Ryan. Oh, good morning, Ryan. Sorry. Good morning, chaps. Hope all is well. The Beatles. Yeah, absolute legends, mate. thank you for your donation, mate. It's much appreciated, sir. And for those of you that aren't aware of Fortunes Island Down Under TV, check them out on YouTube. Good bunch of lads down there. Have you been on there yet, Kieran?
No, I haven't got in touch with Ryan yet, but I'd like to. We'll have to work that out. He's a Brisbane boy. He's on the other side of Brisbane, I think. I'm on the south side. He's on the north side. But yeah, we'll have to catch up, Ryan. And I don't know how to swap my details with him. John, he needs a phone number or something.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't I?
If he can get in touch with me on WhatsApp, well, like pop on, say hello.
I'll tell you what. I'll put. Hang on. Let me just quickly type it in. What the fuck's the plus?
That's if he ever fucking wants me on his channel. He might. Fuck that. Don't want to listen to that prick. Oh, you're gonna have to put something on there, Ryan, up through the close season. Something bullshit. We can just have a chat.
Oh, mate, I've forgotten my fucking number. I've forgotten my WhatsApp number.
Well done. Just throw that mine. Throw that money and give me a ring.
Wait, mate, that'll be it. Every fucker giving you a ring.
I don't give a fuck. They can ring me, I not. Just make sure you put who it is because I won't answer it. Fuck it.
Right, let me just do this quickly.
Okay. Yeah, don't panic, guys.
There it is, look.
He's looking.
Oh, for God's sake.
Don't worry about it.
Right. Okay. Let me copy that.
I tell you what, though, I'm going to take this off.
Delete that.
Anyway, so I'm just taking his jacket off. There's no need for it.
All right, mate. No problem.
She was a bit cool earlier, so it's not so much now. It's warmed up.
All right, now then. Right, there you go. That is my WhatsApp number. You cannot call it on the normal phone, no normal text or anything like that. It is purely a WhatsApp number. So, you know, you can.
Yeah, let us know, Ron. Send me your WhatsApp number on that, and we'll tee up some day or night that you're on.
This is
and have a chat.
WhatsApp channel. Well, I created this WhatsApp for all of my social use, so I don't mind giving this one out. This is not my personal number. However, I don't have WhatsApp on my personal number.
So if we can flood Budgie with messages, not a problem. Just send him shitloads.
Thanks, mate. Right, I'm going to take that off the screen in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, half, gone. Right, there we go.
Right.
So, yeah, ping me over your WhatsApp details, Ryan, and I will get back to you. Well, Kieran will get back to you. Where am I?
Yeah.
Where am I? Oh, God, look. Right. Oh, look, let's just click there where it says no comments. New comments. Right, so it's just basically everybody saying good night to everybody. I won't bother putting all them up.
No.
So, yeah, thank you guys, everybody in the chat. Much appreciated. I'm not going to put any more comments up. We're going to finish up now. Anything you want to say before we go, son?
No, Sam. We'll roll into this close season. I won't be listening to too much of the bullshit and crap about signings until they happen myself. But hopefully it all goes well.
All right.
Hopefully,
Okay.
Bruno's on the cards and many more.
I'll give you a week's heads up. Right.
Mm,
We need a football related story from you next week.
right.
At least one.
No worries.
At
Well, one
least
I've done before.
Yeah, I want the one about the train.
Oh, yeah, I can give you that one again,
I
please.
want that one. Yeah, definitely want that one. And maybe one or two others. But next week is going to be story time. So we're going to call the show.
Yeah, we got that.
We're
Yeah,
called the show Jack and Ori, shall we?
Yeah, stories.
Watch with Mother. You remember that?
Yeah. God's sake. Yeah. Story time next week. Then we'll try and, I'll try and remember a few.
We'll not have a proper agenda, but we will
No.
have a few stories next week and see how that goes, shall we? Eltel, sorry, mate. He fell asleep.
Eltel, what's going on, mate?
We'll see you real soon.
Hell, mate, you've been missed.
We'll see you real soon. But you can always watch it back, mate, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, now 2.5 hours, mate. I wouldn't bother.
Yeah. Next week we'll have a few old school stories and maybe, you know, one or two from recent times. And maybe we can recount the time that you and I met in London. And,
yeah, did you realise that was the jacket I wore when I met you guys? I just had on.
I didn't.
Yeah, it was the same coat. That was the same coat, Gazer. Even though it's still about 18 degrees there, I'm wearing that. It's crazy. I just don't like the cold.
It's the same hat that I was wearing when we met. There it is. Look.
There it is. Yeah, that's the one. Remember that.
There's me hat. So yeah. All right, mate. Well, look. Next week we'll do that then. We'll have a couple of stories.
I'll try and rack my brain.
Which hopefully we'll have some positive stuff to chat about as well. If not, we won't. But yeah, we will only talk about confirmed stories. We will not talk about rumours.
No, the rumour thing is for everyone else.
Skip over them if their comments are in there, but you know we're not going to go in depth on the rumours. We can't be bothered. To be honest, you know, there's plenty of better people on this channel that do that better than we do.
Exactly.
Anton and Russie and all the other guys that do their bits and bobs.
All the other channels.
Don't forget, I think the Friday Late will be coming back. I'm not sure how regular it'll be during the close season, but Irish Tommy will be back with that. There'll be Hammers headlines tomorrow. And other shows.
Did you know, Goza, the only thing I've watched the last few days, I don't watch much now, you know, when it's this rumour mill. But I did watch Gio and Gonzo do their the signings thing for Moyes. And they basically backed up what I've always been said about Moyes. He's a 50%, you know, because they cheered where, you know, good signings and bad signings and mediocre signings. Yeah. And to me, he's a 50%. He's got a 50% hit ratio, Moyes.
Yeah.
And that, to me, in this new era of financial fair play and everything else, is not good enough. I think you need to be, with your signings, you need to be 80%. And I'm hoping now with Stein and Loopy Loop, that's where we're going to be from now on. Because if you looked at that, what they put together, it's only opinion, we know, but they weren't far off it. And half of the signings he made didn't make it. So we need a better hit rate than that. We need 80% plus. And I think hopefully Stein and Lopetegui Loopy will get that. So I think there's a lot to look forward to. So.
Yeah, indeed. And on that note, we will end the show. Thanks everybody for joining us in the chat. Cieran, as always, it's a pleasure chatting with you.
And you, brother.
And I'm going to play us out with two little videos. One's very quick, just so that we can all remember the wonderful man that was Peach, and obviously the outro video. So
thanks, everyone.
Take care.
I want these guys don't even know what I'm talking about. Yo, Rice or Henderson? Rice or Henderson? Name me one name. Yo, you guys are whack. There you go.